To start with, I want to say that my short videos, and the texts I share in my community part of YouTube, is not meant to be digested in a single flow. These are not meant as entertainment but as pearls for other divers of truth. My texts and videos demand some active work from your side. If my treasures don't taste good to you, you are welcome to eat somewhere else. I do this for humanity as a service to the collective to get rid of an oppression. If I should write my findings in a flowing text, they will be very long and time-consuming, and no one would care to listen to or read long books or listen to videos. This text I share today is an attempt to have more words to fill out the text with, to make my words easier to digest. To have more flow. This whole reality isn't real, it is a morphic field, or a reality tunnel. The core structure that holds all together consists of words, especially spoken ones. The spoken words, the sounds, belongs to the center, the core, or the flow, while the written words, the contracts, belongs to the periphery. Truth is alive and dancing in the now, but there are key frequencies that has certain meanings. The free room for alternative ways that this reality can take is highly limited, if any at all. Maybe we just have the freedom to waver away from a structure that is already present in the blueprint of our avatars. To get to know yourself, you need to lose yourself. For me, one thing is sure, that is, the less you are, bless you, be less you, the closer you are to the consciousness. The biggest challenge is to become zero. The center of creation is in nothingness. Here you are an author, an A U Thor. You are in flow, you are in love. But everyone who lives in this theater that we call life, searches for the biggest stories to understand, the most complex narratives to digest. They search to dig into the periphery to gain power by owning the right narrative. They search for power. The one who owns the narrative is the master in the manifest. He will sit on his throne. The masters of narratives, sitting on thrones, mainly wants others to believe in what they believe in the most, in their own self-image, to believe in themselves. They are searching for a crowd to project energy up to them, on their thrones, but the best master is a servant. No hierarchy is the way forward. Away with all worship, away with all worship. The pen is mightier than the sword. The pen is the author, he creates the narratives. A sword is a solid word, but the word is a vessel carrying energy, fire. So most people focus on becoming someone, to get attention, note the word, attention, past tense of shine, from others, to have a place in the limelight. So others will envy and try to imitate you, to become like you. To have a place on the throne, a star to marvel at. To become a star thrown into the sky. Marv means dead, by the way. The periphery of the creation is strictly ruled by causal laws, a high level of structure, resistance and suffering. The more logic you are, the more you are bound to the periphery. You become square, a knucklehead. You discard all information that cannot be placed into a category of good or bad, true or false. The square logic mind has lost its juice, has lost contact with the inner child, with the source, with flow, lost contact with the soul, with the higher qualities of the human mind, with creativity, with Neptune. The logic mind has become an empty vessel, or a dancing puppet on Satan's stage. The more you are in the periphery, the stronger your contrasts are. Things become black or white, with no nuances. Compare with the Freemasonic checker floor. And the periphery is cold, solid, no flow. The periphery is the vessel. The biggest tragedy is not to see young people die, but to see individuals dying on the inside long before they are buried. The periphery is ruled by Saturn, Satan, but all is a paradox, and he is a dreamer just like me. Satan demands to be the only dreamer. He dislikes me strongly. There can be only one, he says. He is Mr. Sandman, sitting in the bottleneck of a large hourglass, counting the grains of sand, and directs each and every grain of sand that, now it's your turn to fall through the neck. These grains of sand are you and me, if we chose to be in his reality, in his story, in history. Instead, live your life, live in mystery. This world, or it's better to call it world, like in Whirlwind, is a structure of a pyramidal pattern, like inside of a spider's web of logics that only allow a thought to sit into one of its positions, never allowed to be in between, for or against. The element of air/wind always forces a choice. It forces you to invest your fire, your spiritual currency, into one of two opposites, and hence it traps you into an invisible bond of opposites, into a war situation where you'll be left as an empty vessel made of air or earth. There are no horizontal lines in this structure, only slightly vertical, so all inside this structure has a given hierarchical position. with the all-seeing eye in the middle of the cornerstone. The cornerstone is the author. And the elite say that this single eye in the top of the pyramid is the eye of God. Well, it is. What they don't tell you is that the pyramid in itself is the cage for fire. Pyramid means fire in the middle. The solid octagonal shape covered with lime is the prison that holds the true king fire imprisoned. And the perpetrator is the prince of air, Satan. The blue marble that NASA loves to show off is a mocking by using the homonym blue, as it's about the color, while its mockery intent is referring to blue as in blow/wind. Blue is past tense for blow. And the word marble is a stone or a mineral, made out of calcium. The word marb means dead. The so-called suffix, the L part means Lord or God, so by presenting the blue marble they show the dead God killed with wind, hold prisoner inside of a calcified pineal eye, the cornerstone of the pyramid. Speaking about global, the Satanists also say global, as in shine for us God, spoken to the earth deity, the hard, the bull, the Taurus. The color red is another hint at a conceptual trickery, referring to the word read as in reading a book, read as past tense of read. Air is thoughts and communication. Notice the word's past tense, it means after releasing the tension. Tense and tension as in ten, say 10, rotten/root 10 etc. Fire is the nothingness, light, while air is the false light, the gaslighting with words, concepts. Fire is subtle, mute and beautiful while air is hard and loud. Fire is the sun, while what we see during day is not light but illumination, that is light that bounces off a solid surface. Satan rules the day, and he is neither fire nor warm, he is cold. He is the ego, the consciousness of the body, the two carnal eyes, notice the homonym with ice as in ice cold. The carnal eyes objectifies and kills. Santa/Satan says, are you naughty or nice? The word naughty refers to zero, to not, nothingness, to nautical, and it also refers to water, to the sea, to be able to see, and again another homonym for see as in vision, which is fire element. And the water element refers to the sea, which is the collective subconscious mind, which is one and collective for all of humanity. Water is emotions/feelings. The sea is the collective human soul, Brahman in Hindu. The word nice that Santa/Satan asks about means n equals till nth degree, that is eternally, and with the suffix ice it becomes the question, are you eternally cold like ice, a dead object in my dream? If you are a nice person you'll be given breadcrumbs from Satan's table.